Well, maybe you've noticed this morning that we are all in red, and today is in fact National Wear Red Day, and it's all about women's heart health. The American Heart Association is encouraging everyone to raise awareness about cardiovascular disease, and we want to keep the conversation going this morning. So joining me now, Lisa Katz and her husband Peter to talk about Lisa's personal story about surviving a stroke in her 30s. Welcome to the show. Thank you both for being here.
Thanks so much for having us. Appreciate it.
Good morning.
Good morning. So Lisa, so happy that you're here, healthy, and you can talk about this today. But I would love for you to take us back to the day you had your stroke. What were the early symptoms? And then how did things just change afterwards?
Yeah, sure. So we had been in California for a family event, and we flew back. So probably 4.5 hour flight, and landed at O'Hare, took an Uber home, and I really wasn't feeling much on the left side of my body. And as most working moms would say, I'm sure I'm exhausted or just dehydrated and tired, and I probably just need a good night's sleep. And I went to bed, which was not smart, looking back. And then I woke up in the morning thinking I was going to go work out like I would do at 5 in the morning. And I had even less feeling on the left side of my body, and my vision was very blurry. And so I said to Peter, I probably should just stop in the ER on the way to work today and just have a quick check as I, bring in my computer and everything as if it was going to be a normal day. And so when I got to the ER and they were kind of triaging me, they were asking me to do things that I couldn't do, but I knew that I couldn't do them, like, touch my nose with my left hand, and then I couldn't do it. And so after an MRI and many tests, they had identified that I'd had a stroke, but they didn't know why. So I spent about 10 or 11 days in the hospital until they identified the issue with my heart as to why I had the stroke.
Wow. And Peter, I imagine just seeing her go through this, especially so young, was really difficult.
It was difficult, but the biggest lesson that I learned is no matter what, if a significant other or someone you love has any kind of health issue in the immediate, that they should go and get checked out, because the seconds, the minutes really matter. And it really is a matter of survival and getting through something like this.
Yeah, looking back, hindsight, I'm glad that you both can share that message with everyone watching. Really quickly, what are some ways that you involve your village and community now in making healthier choices and closing this gender gap in heart health care?
Yeah, absolutely. I make the bad joke that, I look so good for 85 years old.
Right. You feel like it, right?
But it just shows that you can't look at somebody and know what they've been through. And we all have invisible disabilities, right? Still to today, I don't feel much in my left arm from here to here. I don't feel 4 toes on my left foot. And that's my everyday reality. And I function just fine, right? And had a lot of physical therapy. I wear compression socks on every flight and every long road trip. And I get up and walk the aisles every 20 minutes, drink a lot of water. I've learned that sleep is actually more important sometimes than that early morning workout, or even what you eat. Sleep is so important. And just overall balance in your life. As most working wives and moms would say, and you probably know yourself, it's so easy to let it all take over,
yeah.
And
Lisa,
say
I'm so
yes
sorry to cut you
everything.
off. We just ran out of time, and I'm sorry to cut you mid-sentence. I want to thank you, and I want to thank you, Peter, for coming, sharing your story. It's so important to hear stories like this. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for having us.
For more information on National Wear Red Day and American Heart Month, head to goredforwomen.org.